Welcome guys, this is a bit of a video and a tour of where I usually stay. We're right on the bank of the Darling River. We're at a place called Avoca Station, and this is a tour through. So this building here is a Shearers Quarters. So back in the day, all the Shearers that worked here would have been here, and it all works as a hierarchy sort of thing from the main house. So the main house is, you know, a huge big house. The Shearers had lived closer because they were, you know, the main employed people on the property. Right. So this is another Shearers room. This one probably would have been more of a head Shearers room by himself.
Yeah. Look at the roof.
I used to remember I couldn't.
Buildings.
That was gorgeous.
I used to remember I couldn't reach
And even
that.
look at the floorboard. How old? It's so pretty.
Yeah, I've never been in here. Dust. Spiderwebs. And dust.
Yeah, stop turning lights on, please. Mrs. Law, you've got to pay the power. You don't need the lights on.
Okay. Let's have a look down here.
So, I also had,
A food shed. Mish, if you come
this is the
food store.
yeah, the food store where it's nice and cool down here.
Yeah.
A cellar.
It's a little bit too dark.
Oh, it's so cool down here. It's the cellar.
So,
I'd want me to turn
now, actually some of these, some of these preserves are from the 80s.
Wow.
Some of the 1980s, some of the preserves that are still down here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's so much cooler down here, and this was their fridge, I guess, you know, keep everything cool.
I'll stay in there now. It's that hot up here.
I mean, I guess they need it to be.
Can you put it back? Put it back.
But
That's not
bubble
ours.
wrap.
That's not ours. Put it back.
Bubble wrap.
Put it back.
No, bubble wrap.
But
If we go down here, then
so yeah, back door to the main house.
As it relates to the sun and earth.
on the old exercise
So-
button.
Not. This is the cool room now, but I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know. I reckon it was just a storage room area originally,
We should have got I found.
and then it goes into.
Ah,
Hey, chicken.
So this is a cook's cottage. This is where I've seen an Aboriginal girl.
Ah, yeah, this place. This is where my auntie Miranda stayed.
Okay, bud, move out. There's people in here. We didn't know. Yeah. Not in here now, but they're staying here. So yes, that's
Oh,
they now use this place as a B&B. You can come and stay.
Why is it you come in here?
This is so interesting. Okay, babe, come over here and listen to this. So this is the old post office.
Oh, is this a post office? Wow.
Yeah, this is where all the properties around would come and get their mail.
Oh, how cool is that?
And type up, please do not handle objects on display.
Post office and collection museum.
Yeah, yep. So
Wow.
have a look at some of the things that have been
So
collected over time in here.
I guess that used to be a
Now, no touching, guys.
Yep, we know.
So this is the original old post office desk.
How tricky is that wood?
Did an Aboriginal kid do that? Whoa,
And you come into,
Old stuff.
we've got information on an old possum that used to be an old fella that used to come along and no one had ever seen him. They'd end up one morning having a nice new pile of wood stacked up somewhere, and then the next night they'd leave some food out and it'd be gone the next day. But some of these things here, snakes and yeah,
it's a lizard.
yeah, behind there too.
Yeah.
So these things here are old grinding stones and grinding things that have been found on the property.
What was used by the
so
Aboriginal?
Bud, you're leaning up against. Lots of different, weights and things like that. Different stones that have been.
You guys,
Look at some of
that shows them this.
some of the original old the papers, Avoca Station papers.
Hey, you said no touches.
I can because I know I'm not gonna.
What's that? I don't know.
Ah. Yeah, it's just a rock.
I think it's just a
The
knob of
old emu eggs.
the postmaster would have kept nice and warm with his, and probably cooked there, I guess.
Cow goat skulls.
Lots of horns and skulls and stuff like that have been on
And the skulls were from a
some of
goat.
the original old brandings that were.
Okay, tell me what does it say?
Right.
Yeah,
Small blow for you, but an enormous blow to me. Wait,
that?
Oops.
yeah.
It says
Very cool.
Yeah, that's just an old burl of a tree. Emu eggs and an ostrich egg of all things. I don't know why that's there.
An ostrich.
Is that a bone? What is that? No, what is that?
What?
I don't know what that is. I don't know.
That's a pelican bill.
Oh.
So both those long things
Skull
there
down
are
there.
pelican bills. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's covered in paint.
So
The
yes,
Aboriginals did
people would travel, 40, 50 miles to come to the post office to collect their
mail.
mail. Through that door, it's just a storage room now, but that would have been the actual postmaster's bedroom.
Now, whoa.
Now, babe, come over here. See this stump here?
Yeah.
So, all those little knobs, burls in it, that is called a crying tree.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
all those little knobs are Aboriginal dead baby. So if a baby from the Aboriginal would die at birth or whatever, they'd come to this. Well, this tree was out in the bush somewhere. Yeah, they would come and mark the tree, and then over years, that burl would form on the side of the tree.
Oh.
So
It's like a
just
memorial.
yeah, it's a type of memorial.
Oh, bless.
So have a look.
That's all the dead babies.
Have a look at how many burls are on that
Yeah.
tree there.
just on that one log.
Yep. And that's probably not all of it. And
At least, there were at least 3 of them.
so they had
And
an elder come and actually tell them about that. It was here when they bought the property and they didn't know what it was.
and guys, if you come through here,
And an elder come and told them exactly what that was. So we'll go over to the kitchen first. I just want to go and have a look at the... So as I said, that there was the cook's cottage. So the cook would live there. Their doorway is just there.
and guys, if you come through here,
They would come over to this building here,
and you'll see
which
the
is
butchers
the
on
kitchen, because the main house never had a kitchen.
Is there a toilet on it?
Yeah, right there.
In there?
Yep. So this is the original kitchen that would have done the house, all the jackaroos, the overseer, and everything that lived here on the property. So just in this area here, like just in this little area I've showed you now at the back here, there probably would have been, what, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 10 people, 10 staff other than the actual family that lived just in this little section. Hello, Chook Chook.
Oh, geez, how did that thing?
So everything's the original meat house. You'd bring your meat in, hang it on the hook, and prepare it. That old block there has seen some work.
I'm trying to catch the chicken.
Now this little building here on the left is the laundry. It had the old copper and all that all set up. Well, it is, but it's actually used as the garden shed at the moment, so I won't... Boys, put it down. Now make sure the doors are shut so that there's no flies get in there, because it still gets used. Yeah.
Should I keep the chicken there?
No, let the chook out.
What? Is that a wasp?
No.
Yeah, it was.
Bloody hell.
All right, now that was the close people that were employed here. So now we head away from the house, and like you know, the hierarchy of the property goes down from here. Originally that fence wouldn't have been there. That's an old pump house and the old underground water tank.
And then behind this gate is
So this used to be all beautiful and green all the way through here.
town.
So we're coming into this is the garden area. Now I actually get the gardener standing here yelling at me, a Chinese man.
This is where the horses, Mish, this is where the horses used to drink.
Oh, yeah.
That was his residence. That's the garden where I get yelled at.
Snake in here.
So yeah, this is the gardener's cottage. This is where I actually pull up just here. It's usually, you know, kept a lot better. It's been a while now since I've been here and it's all overgrown. But yeah, we
Can't drive it anymore.
stay here, and then we've got, like, it's not the best of views with all the trees and all the scrub around and that, but this is our front door. Beautiful Darling River, which getting a bit of action with some fish down there too. I think they'll be just carp.
So yeah, if you live down on the Darling River, then you could probably find this old place. Oh yeah.
And we've had our little. So this is our little. Needs firing again, but we use the camp oven in our little fire pit. We're over in our little our dining area where we'd set up the fire and everything, and have the camp ovens hanging off there. So this is the gardener's cottage. Now everything's run down, which is a shame, but so, no, section of it's just mud, made out of mud. Original old kitchen. The old bedroom. I have got communication here in the front room. This would have been an add-on, but an old add-on. This would have been originally in a veranda area. Is now was used for. So yes, they call the wall system drop log system, where this is all hand cut wood. They put the poles in, put the edge on, and then drop the panels down, and that's your wall. We'll see that later with just actually logs. There's wasps in here, so watch yourself, babe. There's wasps in here, so head out, guys. Yes, the old original fire, wood stove.
Mish, I wonder why did grab that beautiful shower curtain? Why are there so many freaking wasps?
It must be just they must have bred, I guess, bud. Like the water with the floods has been so good for them that they've. Well, this building here is the old store. So people from all over the area would travel, 50, 60 miles, come and get their supplies from here. So it's just used as storage now, but as you can see, like the drop log setup, as I said, you put your posts in, you drop your logs down, and so the actual store. It's all a lot of it's storage there now with rubbish and stuff. People would have come in with their, everything would have been on the shelves. These are all the original shelves.
Bloody hell, there's wasps everywhere.
Yeah, keep going. And I've got to try and get over here. Oh.
Is there one on me?
Now,
Is there one on me?
No, it's
no, keep coming.
oh, it's
No wonder.
just. What was in here? What used to be?
This was the old general store.
Oh, this is a store.
So yeah, the you know, they'd pull up their horse and cart up in here. They'd load up all their gear. The original shelves and everything for this store. It would have sold, I don't know, grains of wheat, you know, yeah, like bags to grow wheat, and you know, horse feed, and
Where?
yeah, come up this way. There's a
Where is it?
no, keep going.
No way.
So yes, that's the general store. In the later days, when petrol and all that was introduced, you know, we've still got the original.
Oh yeah, remember when we made that bird nest?
Oh yes, we made when we actually were here, we come around and put these boxes in.
Oh, we forgot we built a birdhouse.
Were they for birds or were they for possums?
Birds.
We did bird ones, yeah.
Look,
They're still up there in the tree.
There,
See the
right?
Yeah.
That's a birdhouse.
Oh, cool. The old pump. Gas pump.
yep.
Let's go have a look at the old black.
So this is the old blacksmiths and the stables joined,
Look over here.
and it was everything. Like there's you know
Dad, tell them we did a bonfire here.
oh yeah, we had a big we actually did have all this nice and cleaned up. And had a big bonfire. So yeah, this has seen a lot of transformations in the time. It was originally the blacksmith, and also like hay loft up the top for the horses and everything. I'll show you that more afterwards. They would have kept their horse and cart in here. And it's just such a shame that everything is just you know, coming apart. It needs restoring. Someone's old carving that they've done. Yeah, old fridges, and then, like when I said with the petrol pump, they needed a you know, mechanics shed for tractors and things like that. They then went and put, so under these boards, if you lift these boards up, there's a pit.
Oh, keys. You know what the keys are for?
When we lived here, I worked in here and made so many different things. It was unreal. I loved being out here. But yeah, even, you know,
Yeah, there's lots.
original old you know,
There it is.
named stuff that where they store everything. The things that they do just for storage, like these old cans. Where is one? It used to be here. They used to have a lot of them, and they'd cut the top out, fold the lip over, and you've got like a storage tin when they're used. So now we're going through to the stables. Now they would have had the hayloft up there, and they used to drop the Babe, hang on. Look at this. How interesting this part is. Babe. Look.
Is that?
So here, listen. They would have dropped the hay down and that from here.
Yeah.
But you have a look at these floors.
Yeah.
So they are
Cobblestone.
wooden cobbles.
Yeah.
They were for, the horses and that the actual whole floor was done, and then they came in and put the wooden floor down afterwards. But that whole floor used to be like the wooden cobbles. So we're now into the, I don't think we'll go out that way, bud. Now into where the stables are. You go and drop your feed down into the chutes. This one was the same.
And we actually helped
So-
out here once or twice.
Yeah, the boys would come down here every night and feed the horses. Right, come out, back out the way we come.
Oh, toilet bubble wrap. Just leave it alone.
But no, the wooden cobbles are amazing. And how worn they have been. Alright, now this building is one of the more interesting ones. This is the Shearers kitchen, mess hall.
No, I think that was just a home.
No, this was the Shearers kitchen, bud.
The church, you thought.
No, the Shearers kitchen.
Kitchen.
So the actual property had been broken up. So there is a new house right there, past that fence, but just on the other side of it. I don't know whether you can actually see the chimney. The chimney of it just there. That's the Shearers Quarters over there,
Go inside.
and then further on it goes the shearing sheds. So this is the interesting building because this is the same. So the original part of the homestead was built, and this was built. This is a proper log drop or drop log system, and they'd notch out the end of the wood, just branches, make up their little system and drop it in and build their walls. So this is the shearer's kitchen, babe. Yep. Now, it's a pity that everything's going to, because it was would have been absolutely beautiful in its day. The worst thing is, it's all built just straight on the ground, which I guess back in the day they didn't have a choice. That's the original hearth. That would have went 24/7. They would have had, camp ovens. They would have had everything hanging off there, like you see.
That's so cool.
Parts of,
Bike.
that's a couple of old church windows. The old bike, that old bike has ridden from Adelaide to here
Oh, really?
and back several times along horse-drawn cart tracks.
Oh, whose bike was that?
That's one of the original owners.
Oh, wow. That's a piece of history in itself.
Yep. That has, what is Adelaide's 400 and something kilometres?
That was a bird.
So this little section here would have been the mess hall. where you'd have the big table and everyone would be, all the shearers, everything like that would be all sitting here.
I don't want to be here anymore.
A couple of the original old beds that were here that have been just chucked down here. Now I'm not, oh, what a shame. That's fallen down since we were here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to
That
be
was
a-
another fireplace. Yeah, don't.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Alright, just stay here.
Right there, everyone.
And yeah, it had the veranda out this side.
Right, let's go.
I'll head back in. Yeah, there's
What's a shame? Mish, there used to be a chimney.
if I had the dollars, I'd buy this property off them.
Yep.
I would renovate. Then they're not gonna, unless you like actually trap them inside the inside of your arm or something like that, bud. They're not gonna grab you. They'll fly close to you, but they won't.
Yeah, you'll be right.
Yeah, if I had the money, I'd be buying this place and doing it all up, and actually either running it as
Out of all the abandoned towns we've been to, and we've been to some pretty cool ones, we should post all that footage of all the abandoned towns we've got. This one's the coolest because you know so much about it and you used to actually live here.
Yeah.
Like, so,
Yeah.
just so cool.
Put a chimney.
yeah, this is my dream. This place, my comfort place. All this,
Oh my god, look at all the bloody things that are all over me.
yeah, all this section here was all planted up to. We're heading back now, but all this was all planted up to like fruit trees and everything like that. It was absolutely beautiful. All this here was all just green grass. The gardener would have looked after it beautiful. I just would have loved to have seen it running in its heyday.
Oh, you could bring this place back to life.
You know, well, through on the other side of this house here, the Shearers Quarters, there were up to 30
we get over them
rouseabouts and shear. No, it's a private property there now. Over 30 shearers and rouseabouts and everything called that lived there. You know, then the cook here, the shearer's cook would have lived. The blacksmith, you know, the gardener. It would have been a bustling place all the time. You know, people coming from all the other stations and everything, getting their mail and getting their supplies and flour and whatever. Or, you know, coming to the blacksmith to get their horseshoes and nails. Hang on, yeah, I'll show you some of the. It's all right, bud. Don't. Oh, this. I probably can't find them now, but you know, all the original handmade nails and everything. The
Whoa.
you know, even camel trains with wool. Paddle steamers flat out up and down this river. Been in and out doing wool and, you know, bringing up supplies, because you wouldn't travel to town. You'd rely on paddle steamers to bring everything you need. It's just a crazy place and I love it.
Glad I didn't wear my dress.
Now it's a shame that we, it had been divided up. It's been divided up into 100-acre blocks. It's on the other side where the Shearers Quarters is. If you actually look up information on this place, there was a murder at the shower block. Two shearers had a disagreement and one shot the other. So while I'm living here, I come out and I get yelled at by the Chinese gardener. I see him like I see you and everyone. He's in there doing his gardening and he yells in Chinese. I see the young Aboriginal girl in white in the cook's kitchen where she cook's house where she would live with the cook because she was the housemaid. I see the original owner sitting in the smoke room, sitting there smoking a cigar. And then I see Annie, who I've had communication with at the local cemetery at her gravesite. She sits in the front room and I see her sewing, doing a little tapestry type sewing, sitting there doing it. Then I also see, so hang on, I'll take you out here for a sec. So of course back in the day the Aboriginals weren't allowed to be anywhere near the house. There were several Aboriginal stockmen and stuff like that that worked here as well. So they actually had to live on the other side of the river there. So I've got original old pictures of humpies from that side of the river, actually, someone taking a photo back this way, and you can see the gardener's cottage, which is just back there. So they were located just over the other side of the river there. I've got pictures of an old lady in an old bark canoe, and she'd come over on her what looks flimsy, I don't know how I could stand up on it, and she'd come over and she'd work over here. Her bark canoe is now in the Adelaide Museum. And I actually see her going up and down the river on her bark canoe. So yeah, no, I'm not. I don't want to film inside the actual main house at the moment, with the respect of Mr. and Mrs. Law, who own the property. But yeah, they are amazing people, and this is their place. They're in their 90s, so they are definitely. It's a little bit hard. Things are running down because they can't maintain them, but hopefully things can get looked after better in the future. All this was an orchard, beautiful oranges and everything right through there. Tennis court back in the day where they'd have hundreds of people come here and play tennis. So there's two sections. I'll show you at the front of the place. There's two sections. This is the second section. It was built in bluestone, I'm pretty sure. Bluestone or sandstone, one or the other. I'll show you the two different sections of it. This is just down here is where you can come and camp. They run a B&B and camping. They've just had all this fully flooded, so it's going to take a little bit to come back, but so yes, as you can see, the roof line, so there's two sections of the original house. So that's the original part of the house, which is a drop log system like up at the Shearers kitchen. Then a couple of years later, when they were making their money, they built the grand area onto the building, and so in the original part of here there was no kitchen. There's a snooker room, a billiards room, then a whiskey and cigar room, which I see the original owner sitting there smoking. Several rooms that I guess they've been turned into bedrooms now, but this one just here was the original dining room where they'd have big official dining. You know, every night the kitchen would come through and come in and serve you. And yeah, just an amazing place. So thanks for having a look. I'm going to try and do a live here one time if I can get reception. That's the only thing with it, we don't have reception. So alright guys, I will catch you later. I hope you like having a look around.